Hey Iguana Nation, most investors are just gambling with better graphics. They buy high on hype. They sell low when fear hits. In this video, let's fix that. You'll get the full framework to pick SG stocks with confidence, value them right, and time entries without guesswork. Adapted from my latest in-depth Substack deep dive. I'm Iggy, Singapore-based market analyst and host of the Investing Iguana. I break complex finance into simple, practical steps for Singapore investors. Today's roadmap mirrors the article. The foundation, reading financials, screening winners, valuation, forecasting, timing, the complete framework, and your next steps. Price follows earnings. Simple rule, often ignored. A stock is a slice of a business. Over time, prices track profits. DBS, Singtel, Keppel, look at the long run. Price moves with earnings power. Short-term noise is fear and greed. The signal is earnings. This is why fundamental analysis works. We focus on how a business grows, defends margins, and uses capital. 3 pillars: growth, margins, returns. Growth asks, are earnings compounding? Margins ask, are operations efficient? Returns ask, is management turning every dollar of equity into more dollars at a good rate? If all three line up, you found a winner. If one breaks, dig deeper. Quick check. For your top holding today, which pillar is weakest? That's your homework this week. Financial statements feel dry, but they show the full story. Start with the income statement. For SG names, steady 5 to 15% growth is healthy. Over 20% can be hype or cyclical. Under 5% is mature or facing headwinds. Singtel's FY25 update showed underlying net profit up around high single digits, with EBIT up about 20% on stronger Optus and NCS execution. The message, efficiency is improving. That's margin expansion, not just top-line noise. For banks, focus on net interest margin, NIM. Into mid-2025, NIMs eased as SORA and HIBOR cooled, but DBS kept profitability up with fees and treasury lines, holding ROE near 17%. For REITs, yields above 5% are common, but DPU coverage and funding costs matter more than headline yield. Always ask, is the cash flow stable and the leverage prudent? Balance sheet next. The SG Big 3 banks run strong capital. What to look for? Low debt versus peers. REITs are a special case. Leverage is the model. Book value per share rising and ROE above 10% through cycles. DBS printed about 17% ROE for 1H25, with NPL near 1% and CET1 in the mid-teens. Robust quality. That's why the market pays a premium multiple. Cash flow is the ultimate truth. Profits can be flattered. Cash rarely lies. Keppel's 1H25 showed net profit up roughly 25% year-on-year, recurring income up 7%, and mid-teens annualized ROE. Asset light, more recurring. Cleaner story. Ask yourself, if earnings drop 10% next year, would cash still cover the dividend? Look for 5 green lights. Revenue growth above 5%, flat or rising margins, ROE above 10%, debt aligned to industry norms, and free cash flow growing. If 2 or more flash red, pause. Would CPF investment rules allow that risk in a retirement bucket? Probably not. Then treat your cash the same way. There are 700 plus SGX listings. You need a filter. Step 1. Financial health. 3 to 5 years of earnings growth, margins steady to up, ROE 10%, and debt in check. Step 2. Sector lenses. Banks, watch NIM, loan growth, credit costs. REITs, DPU, occupancy, and debt tenor. Telcos, ARPU trends, enterprise mix, associate stakes. Conglomerates, sum of parts, and asset recycling. The cycle now favors quality REITs as funding costs ease and rents stabilize. Office-heavy names reported resilient H1 with positive reversions. Data center REITs ride AI demand. Step 3. Compare peers, not headlines. UOB often screens with higher yield. DBS leads on ROE and capital, which fits a CPF OA-like quality-first mindset versus an SRS yield tilt approach. Office and retail REITs still trade below book 0.8x, suggesting value if rates drift down and rents hold. Keppel DC REIT trades at a premium due to data center growth. Don't chase the highest yield. Chase sustainable DPU with sound financing. DBS, high teens ROE and higher PB. UOB, higher trailing yield but lower ROE. OCBC, middle path. Pick based on goal. CPF style core, DBS or OCBC for quality and balance. SRS income tilt. UOB's yield can make sense if credit costs stay tame. If you want all the full charts, checklists, and the written playbook, grab this post on Substack. Link is in the description below. Half the game is the price. Good business at a bad price still hurts. Use multiple methods. PE tells you growth and quality expectations. In SG, many blue chips sit in low to mid-teens PE. Financials and REITs also anchor on PB and DPU coverage. Singtel's multiple expanded in 2025 on better underlying profits and capital recycling. Treat the premium with care. Make sure cash flow and associates back it up. REITs at 8.8x book suggest embedded value if financing costs ease. But double-check interest coverage, hedging, and loan maturities. Dividend yields compress when prices run ahead of cash. Focus on coverage ratio and forward DPU guidance, not just the percentage. Suntech looks cheap on PB and has a high yield because the market bakes in office risk. DBS looks fair for quality. Singtel at a premium means execution risk if growth slows. Keppel sits in reasonable with self-help catalysts. For SRS accounts, you might mix Keppel for value unlock and a bank for quality. For CPF SA-style caution, you might bias toward high ROE and stable payers. Never pay full sticker price. If fair value is foreign, aim to buy below 320. That 20% cushion protects against forecast errors and policy shocks. It's the same mindset MS stresses. Resilience first. REITs trade on yield and DPU path. A 6-7% yield can be great if the REIT has stable rents, long debt tenor, and hedged rates. Banks trade on book and ROE. DBS's high teens ROE supports a structural premium even as NIM compresses. The market discounts the future. Build that into your process. For SG stocks, watch 4 forces. 1. GDP in the mid 2% range. 2. Policy rates and funding costs, key for banks and REITs. 3. Regional growth. Singtel's associates and DBS's regional book matter. 4. Government infrastructure and digital push. Tailwinds for engineering, data centers, and enterprise tech. Data center REITs benefit from AI and cloud. Supply is tight. Demand is firm. Grade AA office supply is limited, which helps rents even with flat occupancy. If rates ease, sentiment can shift fast. When you model, keep it simple. Revenue, margins, capex, cash flow. For dividend names, test payout sustainability under a stress case. If cash covers dividends even with a 10% EBITDA drop, your downside is buffered. Even the best stock can be a bad buy at the wrong time. The STI hit fresh highs into mid-2025 and then cooled. A reminder to respect sentiment. When the market is euphoric, look for quality facing fixable issues. When fear rises, hunt for cash-rich names at discounts. What shifts expectations? Earnings surprises, management guidance, regulation, and macro moves. Singtel re-rated in 2025 on stronger underlying profits, associates, capital recycling, and data center catalysts. Deeps defended high teens ROE despite lower NIMs. That's why it kept its valuation premium. Ask yourself, what must be true for this stock to surprise on the upside in the next 2 quarters? Let's map the whole playbook exactly like the article. Phase 1, screening, check financial health, sector context, peer ranks, and call red flags. Phase 2, deep analysis. Read the reports, build a simple model, and test scenarios. Phase 3, valuation and timing. Set a fair value range, demand a safety margin, and wait for your price. Phase 4, position management. Size at 3 to 5% per idea, define exits and stops, and update as new data lands. Treat this as your SGX operating system. It is simple, repeatable, and protects you from story-only decisions. Think of it like building your CPF portfolio. Rules and discipline first, outcomes second. Fundamental analysis is not day trading. It's patient compounding. Pick one SG stock you know, read the latest results, pull 5 metrics: revenue growth, margin trend, ROE, leverage, and free cash flow. Compare the 2 peers. Draft a 1-page model. If it clears your safety margin, plan an entry for SRS or cash. If not, watchlist it. You're building a muscle. Each cycle, you'll see patterns sooner. Here's how I'd apply it now. For a CPF core, I'd anchor one bank, DBS or OCBC for ROE quality and dividend resilience. For SRS, I'd add a selective REIT with sound DPU cover and long debt tenor, plus a self-help compounder like Keppel for value unlock. Singtel remains a quality hold if execution on associates and Nexera DC continues, but I demand a margin of safety before adding. The risk list: sticky inflation that delays rate cuts, office vacancies rising more than expected, or regulatory shifts in telco pricing. The upside: easing rates lift REIT multiples, fee income stays strong at banks, and DC capacity ramps faster than planned. What's your next buy if rates fall 50 BPs in 2026? Plan that now. We covered the foundation. Price follows earnings. We read financials with 5 green lights. We screened winners, valued them with a margin of safety, forecasted key drivers, and timed entries based on expectations. Use this in your SG investing journey. Slow, steady, and disciplined. If this helped, like the video, share it with a friend, and hit subscribe. For the full charts, tables, and my written playbook, grab the Substack post. Link in the description. Premium members get deep dives, model walkthroughs, and monthly small group Q&A. Join if you want a tighter process and accountability. Next up, watch my breakdown on building a CPF-aligned dividend ladder with SG banks and REITs. See you there.